Welcome to Nasdaq Trade Talks. I'm Jill Malandrino, global markets reporter at Nasdaq. We're coming to you live from the 529 conference, and as part of the Nasdaq Fund Network's partnership with ISS Market Intelligence, we're pleased to be hosting several key players, trends, and topics at today's 529 conference. Education savings is such an important part of any family's financial journey, and Nasdaq is pleased to partner with several of the key players in attendance at today's conference to provide transparency, awareness, and distribution for families saving for college and other education expenses. Joining me for this segment is Tarun Garg. He's head of college savings at BlackRock. Tarun, it's great to see you as always. Welcome back to Trade Talks.
Glad to be here.
And this may be an obvious question, but why should you save for college?
A great question. I would highlight three reasons. Number one, it's easier to pay forward than backward. As an example, if your education costs, say, $50,000, you could either save $150 per month for 18 years or take out a loan and pay $350 for 18 years. It's not exactly rocket science, but when you save, you earn returns on your savings. And when you take a loan, you have to pay interest on it. Number two, kids who have some money set aside for college by their parents or grandparents are more likely to go to college. There was this research done by Washington University, and it shows that saving as little as $500 makes it 3 times more likely that the child will attend college and 4 times as likely to graduate from college. So basically, saving for college seems to work as a self-fulfilling prophecy. If you save, you go to college. And the good news is that the amount of savings doesn't even matter. I think that's a very powerful message for low to moderate income families that may not be able to save large amounts of money. And number three, when you save for college in a 529 account, you save on taxes also. And who doesn't like to pay less taxes? With 529 accounts, you don't pay any taxes on the growth in your account as long as your money is used for educational expenses. Less taxes means more money in your pocket to pay for college.
And Tarun, should you go to college even if you don't have any savings and it is almost entirely a loan?
I think that's the age-old question. Is college even worth it? And the Department of Labor puts out these excellent statistics on this topic that I absolutely love. So much that I've presented these graphs to my 6-year-old child multiple times. It basically shows you 2 sets of data side by side. The first one shows you that more educated people make more money. On an average, people with a college degree make roughly twice as much money as people who only finish high school. And people with a professional degree make 3 times as much money as someone who did not even finish high school. Now, if you think about it, that's a very profound number. For the rest of their lives, 2 people could be working just as hard as each other, but for every hour they work, 1 person makes 3 times as much as the other person forever. And the second one right next to it shows the unemployment rate by education level. Last year in 2020, the unemployment rate was 9% for high school grads versus 3% for people with a professional degree. But if you look at the historical data, there have been times when the unemployment rates were 25% for one group versus 5% for the other. Both of these data points are quite intuitive, and put together, they deliver a very powerful message. The more you study, the more likely that you will have a job. And when you do, you will get paid more. And I know today we're talking about the benefits of saving for education. But what I tell my kids is that education is one of those things where it's okay to take out a loan. At the end of the day, when you're taking a loan, who are you taking it from? There's only one person, which is you, yourself, your future self. And if as a result of taking that loan, your future self will make 2 or 3 times as much money, then maybe it's okay to take that loan. Of course, you have to look at the specific numbers and pick the right majors and work hard and all that stuff. But the point is that taking a loan for education can be a very sensible investment that pays off for the rest of your life.
All right, Tarun, we appreciate the insight as always. Thanks for joining us on Trade Talks. I'm Jill Malandrino, global markets reporter at Nasdaq.
Thank you for having me.